Hey, 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 hey! This is the Boat Doctor out in this beautiful 2021. Oh, that music a little loud for you? Just hit the home button. Go down here to AV gauges. Go to the media. You can do it up there too. You just tune it down like that. You can go into like menu and you can change sources. Bluetooth, USB, iPod, Sirius, AM, FM. We're on FM. We put an FM antenna on that. It's working great. So that's how you can do that. Then just go back home, go to combos, and I'm going to put it on this combo I set up. Got your speed, course over ground, latitude, longitude, depth. And I use that for that bow mount to make sure it's spot locking and staying on course on the nav and on the spot lock. These are self-directional. I already did a video on this boat, I believe, but it looks like they got everything done. I just double check these lights. Yeah, that works. There's little buttons right up here that you push. Red's for the red light for night, and then white's for the daytime. Or if you're not using your electronics, the white's fine. Okay, porta pot's in here. I checked your tuna tubes. The valves, they're up like that. That means no water is going to go in that bait tank when you move it or in the tuna tubes. So if you want them to work, you turn them clockwise, and then you go up to the tuna tubes and you hit it on, or you go into your bait box and it will fill that up. If you want to keep it dry, you can keep the valves shut. Okay, so right now, like I said, I went through all this, I believe, once. You got the 6.5 gauge up front. But I love this boat, the 25 and the 22. I mean, the 25, they each got their purpose. This 22 can handle anything. The 25, of course, maybe a little quieter. It's got more of the little luxuries, galleys and stuff in it, a little wider inside. So that's more of your cruising fishing. This is meant for your fishing. Just let's go out and fish. Okay, so then just double check everything here. We're gonna go up to charts. We already had that radar overlay. Yes, go home, go to charts. So if I got this on 2, so say you didn't want this overlay, you can turn that off by going into menu, and then go back, go home, nav charts. I can shut that off, or I can go into menu and just turn that thing off. Layers, settings, let's go back in edit overlays, nope. Settings, basic, we want to go full. Chart size, keep that detail, we want to go to most. Thought I already had this thing set up like this, but evidently I didn't. So let's go back into setting manager, insert map, detail map, rotation head up. Okay, you got that, got that, got that, got that. Layers, quick draw, oh, charts. Okay, I got all that set. My vessel, already set that up. With wind rose, no, we want compass rose, yes. That's that compass that just went on here. I must have just did a quick set on this, evidently. Because layers, quick draw, contours, edit lower settings, detail most. Because I should be able to turn off that overlay if I don't want it. Then go home, then go to radar overlay. Then go to menu, transmit radar, and that's on number B, so that's good. So evidently I'm going to have it on both of them, but I can shut it off, I imagine. So I'll get into that later, because you should be able to go home and just, there's your radar overlay. If you don't want to hit that nav chart, you should be able to hit that, and you should be able to turn that off by hitting menu, and you should be able to pick layers, chart, my vessel, heading line, compass road back, user's data, nope, water, chart, land POV, restricted areas, nope, let's go into this, let's go into this, other vessels, gain, radar setup, go like this, appearance, go like here, back, radar options. Should say something about GPS options, but anyway, you can just turn that off by just hitting that if you don't want it. So let's go home. So radio works, VHF works. Now we're running on the kicker, so I'm going to shut that off. Turn that off. Trim that up. I did want to check something. See, this is unfiltered. This is like the Dan Bongino show. I do it as I go, so that's why sometimes I stop. We go to sonar, go to traditional. I put on your arches. You seen it with the zoom? See, anything with them bright colors, boy, that's dynamite. The bigger the fish, the arch, bigger the fish, the brighter the red. And then over here is called an A-scope. So any of these dark colors like this come up like that, that's little tiny little fishies. Now you get into the bright red, bigger arches like these over here, the bigger the fish. Some of these are bait balls right here. You've got your single little bait. Fish are gonna have more of an arch to them. Right here is a bunch of bait. See how it went bright right there? Then if you put your magnifier, they're gonna be swinging by here pretty quick. And see right here? Well, that's probably bait. And if you want to switch that to have your fish, then you just go to sonar setup, you go to appearances, and you turn your fish symbols on if you like the symbols. Okay, go home, and then side view. That's really good and clear. Fish in there, you can see it. Let's go to radar. There's dual range. You got 3/4 and 1/4, so that means you can go mile out, quarter mile out, quarter mile, 3/4 out. Range A, range B. And let me see, you got your fuel up here, miles an hour right here. So then if you want to change this, then you go to fuel, fuel economy, fuel, remaining fuel. I think I already did that, but it doesn't show the available gallons for some reason. Fuel consumption used 5.3. So there you go there. Now this in gear, I don't believe this one has it, so set, no it don't. Any of the bigger motors don't have that VTS. Okay, so basically we're gonna get this up on top just one more time, just to double check everything. Yeah, you can tell there's something on the bridge. Yeah, look at the railroad car. This green, that's right on the bridge. So you can see by the different colors. Birds will be blue little dots. And there's cars going across the bridge. So I'm going to spin this thing around. And you will get a vibration that's typical, that's stainless. Typically it can happen from 900 to 12 and quit, and then at 3,000. So we're going to hit it here, pops right up on top. So now this little bit of lean right here, now you're going to trim using this, and that should help leveling it out. Now I would live with this little bit of lean, but if you wanted it out, just hit your trim tab. Just one at a time. There's 35 miles an hour. Go here where there's some current. I'm going to bring this trim tab up. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go to combos. I'm going to go back to this one. And then I got my radar overlay, my radar, my sonar, my numbers. That's what I want. So now if you got a long wind and current, you can leave this thing idling. But anyway, to use your bow mount, I don't know if you can see way up there, but I'll show you. Way at the front up there, you got a power button to your left. You hit it and the red and the green light should come on. You just do your ram, you undo the strap up there. So when you deploy it, it drops right down. You trim this motor down. And then like I say, I can leave this kind of in gear just to where I'm going. You don't want to go really fast. And then I got your remote. Keep a couple extra batteries with you in case these go dead, because if they go dead you won't be able to deploy your bow mount. Then you just hit this button here that's on, this check mark, and then it says okay. You hit this button once and then it says deploy right there. Now you give, this is important, 2 clicks. You go 1, 2, and wait a second before you touch another button. Let it deploy. I already set your trim down automatically for you. There it goes. Okay, I may want to go down a little bit more, more than that. So I'm going to hit this button here. See, and then if you got too much pressure, kick this thing back. See, so maybe when you get, like, say where you're deploying it down, just kill that throttle, because you don't want a lot of pressure pushing on that motor when it's going down. So you may hold this until that thing starts to deploy and kick out, then kick this into neutral. Because I'm gonna, whoop. Back, options, and this should go back here pretty quick. Because I want to do the trim right here. And you hit this button, I'm going to trim it down a little bit more, like about to here. Now this should remember this right here. I think what happened now, if this thing goes down and all of a sudden it stops, that means you're going too fast forward to let that, because it's putting that in a bind. So just kind of make sure you're almost 1-2 miles an hour. If not, if that thing stops, just make sure you kick that in neutral, because it may not go down to this position. So anyway, so now it's down. So then you hit this and this will light up with the prop going. It's spinning, you want to go the speed up, you hit the plus. So I'm going to hit it up to 8. Now see how it's turning this? This is your turn button. There you go. And then I checked on the